OK， 回来。刚发生点事情，有人突然联络我，那就算了吧。好了，继续。好，继续了。有人突然打赖给我，没办法，只好先先接一下。
It certainly wasn't the first time I'd woken up with a hangover, long after a party had turned sour.
这没东西吧进去。
The need to get out of the boat's hull and onto the upper deck as soon as possible was countered by the probability of running into another hijacker. I had to move carefully. The fire was sucking oxygen from the room. I didn't care if I got shot the second I got out of there. I needed one more gulp of fresh air before I died. It was like the need for a wake-up whiskey after a 2-day bender. How to shut off the fuel feeds. Move, Max. I shut down one engine, but it didn't make much difference. There. I could breathe again. Now the boat could get back to smelling like suntan oil, stale margaritas, and greed.
¡Cúbranme lanzas! ¡Cúbranme, por favor! ¡Sí, sí! ¡No se
等一下，我先上去看一下，上面来看过。好，我没东西，没电。
So this was the famous Panama Canal. We could have gone to the moon while I was passed out and I wouldn't have noticed. While I'd been dead to the world, some of my shipmates were just plain dead. Where had they taken them? It was a different scene than the one I'd stumbled away from. Where was everyone? I still didn't know what the hell happened. I didn't like to think what was behind the door.
有枪，太好了，来钱。
They didn't help with my sea legs, but they sure as shit felt good.
Felt good.
guys up ahead weren't dealing with passengers like the rest of them. Maybe I should have realized then that this was no ordinary kidnap job. Something on the boat had attracted the sharks. Whatever they were looking for appeared to be gone. Daphne Bernstein, a recent divorcee, making the most of her considerable settlement, and Marcella was making the most of her. I don't want to think about it.
I don't want to think about it.
I had to save some valuables.
¡Hijo de puta! ¡Aquí no hay nada! ¡Miguel! ¡Vení para acá!
更老师嘞，更老师突然出现在我旁边，突然出现在
There
我
was
旁边。
something firing these guys other than good old-fashioned socialist zeal. What were they looking for?
这个是。 操你妈，哪来的？
I was on a ghost ship in a ghost canal. The whole thing creeped me the hell out. Daphne's ship was always stocked. And the band played on. The pirates wouldn't get everything.
¡Anda, anda! ¡Está abierto!
哪一个？操你妈的！哦，剑影中。哦，我儿子吧，太好了。啊！不要我儿子吧，干爽，散弹。48而已，太少了吧？不要啊！哎，啥？我突然走过去就看他被爆头，啥球？要不
Booze, coke, pills. You could get whatever party favor you wanted on this vessel. Maybe there was something on the bridge. I checked every other inch of the boat.
哦呦，哦呦，哼，干，想说他都随便找找，哪有？就刚好被我晒到。好了，拿步枪。
I spotted Passos and Marcelo. If I'd known back then that they'd been up to no good while I was fighting my way through a band of violent paramilitaries and a worse hangover, I might not have wanted to get over to them so bad.
Passos!
At the time, I hadn't thought too much about this. I hadn't thought too much about anything. Now I remember it, it didn't seem quite so kosher.
What about, what's her name? Daphne?
Do whatever you think is best.
I think it's best we try to go find her.
Yeah, okay, let's go. Nah.
See? I didn't think Passos was a bad guy. He didn't need to try to save this woman or the crew.
Through here.
那不会吧？但自己最好的朋友居然是这种人。
We're using that building to get across the canal.
Get her, let's get her!
There was some equipment in the truck next to me. It'd be a shame to see it go to waste.
枪。
We can get across up top.
Ah. 哪里啦？ 吃子弹，好吃吗？傻修，被打我耳朵，死掉！但又吃子弹。shit。
I don't know what I expected to find. On a boat full of drunks and bullshit artists, I'd been a cabaret act. Shooting whatever came in front of me was easier than coming to terms with that reality.
干！
You don't! Ah!
¡Suélteme, gringo loco!
看你老师。 干，要重来！干，居然没有那个被打到，可恶！所以，这样就对了嘛。 没有看到。想说那边是不是有路？走啊！操你妈！ 干！我满血被你打到他妈没血，操你妈！我操你妈！干你老师！穷边啊！妈的！不要我的吧！
I needed something to help me adjust to being back on land.
Motherfucker.
¡Caminemos, soldados! ¡Adelante!
哼，就起来！他妈的！哎，靠背，靠背！哎，让我看一下东西嘛。要吗？我没钱。然后我没钱都成一个莫名其妙的。是你哦，看老师。
I had to deal with the immediate problem first.
转一圈呢。
Americans had a long and checkered history of involvement in Panama. This was my sorry chapter, for what it's worth.
是你吗？
Jesus Christ.
啊，你死了。
Fuck, man. This is brutal. I didn't think things would be like this.
I should have jumped in that goddamn canal myself and swum my way back to New York.
Let me ask you again, Max. What do you think you were really doing in Panama?
I was drinking.
People died. Innocent people. Who do you think robbed you?
I don't know. I was told it was people who disliked Daphne Bernstein, something about an unpleasant divorce.
Her ex-husband worked on Wall Street. Do you think he has easy access to Panamanian death squads?
Guess I didn't really think about it.
You were smuggling something, weren't you?
No. I mean, I didn't realize it at the time. I didn't think too much about it, but yes. Marcelo did drive off with something. I don't know what. I didn't see him until we got to Brazil a week or so later.
I think it was money. I think Marcelo and Victor have a friendly banker there in Panama. Your little cruise was to deliver the cash to him because there it's easier to launder.
But I thought the Broncos were rich.
Rodrigo's rich. The other two, they live well, but they don't have real money. Victor's campaigns were always financed by his brother. That is the way among certain rich families there. The eldest brother is the king. You know, he gets everything. The other two, not so much.
And now Rodrigo's dead.
Exactly. And Marcelo, too. It's an awful tragedy for Victor, huh? A man running on a law and order ticket, you know, whose brothers have both been killed in such terrible circumstances. A true patriot.
What about Marcelo?
Marcelo was an idiot. Were this true, I certainly don't believe he could possibly have known about it. But I do believe some other scheme, you know, some other bullshit. Whatever that cash was, Victor could have talked him into something. I don't know yet.
And Passos?
Well, Passos is a bum ex-cop. He failed in America, failed in São Paulo. He was surrounded by more money and more poverty than his tiny little head could handle. You think guys like that can't be bought?
No, but if...
But nothing. He's probably not a bad guy. He's just a man caught in the crossfire of a very rich family.
What about me?
You. You're the fall guy. The American. Running around, acting like the action hero. Killing lots of people. You're a stroke of genius.
That ain't how it is.
You were an angry ex-cop. You were sitting in a bar with a history of violence and a history of a bad temper. You were perfect.
Me and Passos went to the academy together.
Did you?
I don't fucking know.
I don't fucking know.
Okay, let's take a drive, Max. You want to do some good? Want to get yourself killed in a good cause? Then I need you to check something out for me.
Like what?
That incident at the favela today. Now, some of my officers say a bus drove off some captives.
They did, I saw it.
But no captives were ever booked.
They probably handed them off to the paramilitary death squads, the,
Caixa Preto?
Right.
Who did?
I don't know, the cops. The other cops, the cops who shoot on sight.
The UFE.
Right.
Max. Now.
Imperial Palace Hotel?
Yeah, that's what it says. People go in there in large groups under armed guard, but it isn't a police station, and no one comes out of there.
Why don't you just go in and bust the joint, get a warrant?
I'm only a cop, Max.
So you keep saying. Time to find out what was going on here. I didn't fancy booking myself in the presidential suite, so went looking for the basement. I wasn't too excited about the acoustics in this place. A couple of gunshots would sound like I'd walked in here with a goddamn marching band. It wasn't pretty, but I guess none of what was about to happen was gonna be. It was the question I kept on asking myself. How could I have been so blind? I was convinced the Broncos had gotten the wrong man for the job, but maybe De Silva was right. I was the stooge. The bad joke everybody got but me. Either those guys wheeled their trash out on stretchers, or something was seriously wrong here. Oof. Was there anything they didn't have a grubby hand in? A few days earlier, I'd have called it a coincidence, but I'd written off too many of those already. The Imperial Palace Hotel was a five-star, bona fide shithole. I needed to find out why guests were checking in by the busload and checking out by the bag load. Maybe the service would be better upstairs.
Você não tá fazendo nada, tô fazendo tudo sozinho.
Como é que eu não tô pegando nada, rapaz? Tô trabalhando aqui, ficando de olho e escutando você reclamar.
Ó.
Olha.
给你打死，给你打死，给你打死，重来。敢被人撞到墙，靠北。打手收。这样还打不到我。 我的。奇怪，为什么？ 拿了步枪，算了。
Passos' ID card. It was no great surprise he'd made their hit list, but to discover he was really Colombian? No wonder some locals seemed to laugh at his accent. What else had he lied to me about?
是吧？他说这不会真的是那个吧？这干嘛啦？跑来跑去。Man， my shit。
You can't unsee something, but you can dull the effect. I knew this thing was bigger than me, bigger than the Broncos, but I only had a glimpse of the whole picture, like looking in the mirror and for an instant seeing what everyone else sees, a bad caricature of a better man.
火箭筒，RPG。有这个啦。
Buffet. That deal at the favela was getting dirtier by the minute. Those bastards were clearly in bed with the Crash of Prado. Now we just had to find out why. Starting with a bit of bedtime reading for Mr. De Silva. When you've lived the kind of life I've lived, reality comes at you through a different lens. But nothing could have prepared me for what was on the other side of that door. I had to get those poor bastards out of there.
Get him out of here. Go. Go. Wait. I said get... Serrano.
Serrano. He looked pathetic. A man defeated. I walked away and left him to his own personal nightmare.
Yeah.
Whatever hell this was De Silva had sent me into, I knew I had to put an end to it. I had no choice but to push on. I didn't understand everything, and I never would, but I understood enough. Sometimes a complicated problem is best tackled with a simple solution.
干，帮我把长枪拿起来。死啊你！靠背！妈是你哦！操你妈的！啊，完蛋！他妈会痛，真的。
fica aqui, amigo.
进不去，可恶！操你妈！我会打，是不是？
This was hell on earth. De Silva was no fool. I'd have driven on off into the sunset too if I were him. But I was in too far now. Call it evidence for De Silva.
MP5。
There it was, the soundtrack to my life. And, for a few seconds, came harmony. Finally.
Finally. 装什么鬼啊
What the fuck is going on here?
How much do you want?
What have you been doing?
I am a doctor. I help people.
What have you been doing here?
It's easy for you. Listen, I know people. They will kill you. I can help you. Trust me. Please, please.
What have you been doing?
I have a lot of money. Look, look. Lots of money. I do important research. Please.
Caralho!
No,
Caralho!
Espera, espera. Eu posso explicar tudo. Tudinho. Não, não. Por favor. Pelo amor de Deus. Por favor, não me mata. Não, não. Pelo amor de Deus.
E aí, doutor?
For all Serrano owed me, he'd paid enough. For now, I had bigger debts to call in. Even I could guess what Demolizao meant. That building was condemned in more ways than one. There had to be something I wasn't seeing.
真的，第一我什么没看到了啊！我看到了，我看到了，真的我看到了。真的，一定有什么我没看到的。很棒很棒，我看到了。哦，武器库哎，哇！
They had a fucking arsenal in here. It was time to bring this little hellhole to the ground, so I decided to put some of their C4 to good use. If I'd thought about this too much, I'd never get through it. I'd seen some dark shit in my time, but this was something else. These vermin had gone into a place where life was cheap and found a way to get rich off it. I just wanted to finish this and get far away from here. But then, true to form, more of the rats come out of their holes.
Vocês ouviram isso? Vi. Quem sai desse prédio desse cara tá morto.
干你啊，撞头！
At least my visitors have been kind enough to leave the gate open.
这种游客，无心啊，真的是超无心啊！散弹。哦哟，好凶哦！ 你拿散弹那边开远距离，你是开什么玩笑啊？应该没了吧？靠！ 他妈的，你就不能？干！他妈！
Any time I bought had been going real cheap. If I was gonna plant the rest of those explosives, I had to do it now. 找我麻烦。 找到了 RPG， 还是
猜的。中文了。
That was the last of the explosives. I just hoped it was enough to bring down the building. And all the evil in it.
Who wants to take a shot? You see what this is? Come on, anybody? Want to be a hero? I got nothing to lose, let's do it!
Que porra que tá acontecendo aqui?
Senor Neves.
What the fuck is your problem, man?
My problem? My problem? Wanna know what my problem is? You're turning humans into glue! That's what my fucking problem is!
I don't
This
know
is
what
my
you're
fucking
talking about,
problem.
American. All I know is what I hear about you. You bodyguard for the Brancos. They are all dead. You help the poor. Today, many of them dead. You are a proper American hero.
At least I fucking tried!
Well done with your effort. The whole city is grateful. The great American savior of the poor.
That's right!
You think you made any difference? You think stopping this legitimate business venture is helping anyone?
Legitimate? You're stealing people's organs!
We pay for everything. We have the records.
Oh, so people can sell their livers? Their hearts? Their eyeballs? You're insane, you sick fuck!
We kept people safe in the city. Decent people. Safe. I know a lot of powerful people.
Well, your powerful people aren't gonna help you out of this one, buddy.
靠背，干，刚好正，然后直接跟天门盖直接他妈被射一枪，也靠背，天灵盖直接被射爆了。干嘛？我死啊！ 不要再晃了！操你妈！啊，不要再晃了！妈的，很晃哎！妈超他妈晃！
city was dangerous, friend.
Yeah, I kinda like it. It's growing on me.
Nice to see a happy tourist smiling.
What the fuck are you doing here?
I came back
I can see that. But why?
to save you.
Oh, yeah, real hero.
Listen,
Now, come with me, Max. To Brazil. A chance to play the fall guy in a plot that my boss's brother's hatching. To profit from the selling of human organs. Yeah, it'll be perfect for you.
what are you talking about? I don't know nothing about human organs, man. Victor and Marcelo are trying to teach Rodrigo a lesson. Get into losing the purse strings and the family money. They pressured me into doing it. You wanna die? I came back for you. I did my best. I'm having a kid, Max. I gotta go.
Fuck you.
Sure. Later. Now, let's go.
看，所以他是好人，就
This
对了。
thing works.
所以他算好人吧？我想说他是不是背叛？妈的，被好朋友背叛这样子，哦，看，真的最伤，超级伤心。
I owe you everything.
No, you don't. I'm sorry I couldn't save your sister.
I was there. It wasn't your fault.
I was paid to protect her and I didn't.
She married into a sick family.
Maybe.
I just wanted to say thank you for giving us a chance to live. I mean, as a family.
I hope it all works out for you, for all of you.
Thank you. Don't be too long.
Well, buddy, that's it.
Where are you guys gonna go?
I don't know, maybe back to New York, maybe down to Argentina. Giovanna has family in Salvador. Maybe we'll just stay there.
Yeah, I got business to take care of.
I'm sorry I dragged you into this. I know it was very wrong.
It's all right, it's done. And hey, I'm having myself a fun old time. Maybe this is how things had to be. Figure I might as well die in the sunshine as die in the snow.
Look, I'm sorry I'm leaving. I got a kid coming. You know how it is.
I know how that is.
You know, I almost didn't say goodbye to you. I said to myself, maybe this guy will put a bullet in me.
Maybe I will. But not right now.
Thank you. Try to look after yourself, Max, huh? Life is worth living.
If you say so, pal.
I thought I was going to have to witness another murder.
Nah. Not him.
You ready?
I guess.
Okay. I've looked through this information you gathered. It's not very nice.
What is it?
It's the Ufe. The famous Mr. Becker.
Friend of Victor Bronco.
Yes. And a contributor to his campaigns. A government employee, of course.
And?
A weapons dealer. A murderer. This was known. A dealer in human organs. This wasn't known.
A proper gentleman.
Sure.
So you're gonna bring him down?
Yes, because I want to lose my wife and my children and then get killed myself. All that after watching him walk free.
Tell me what has to be done.
Well, officially, there's nothing I can do.
And unofficially?
非正式的。
Well, we can always try something a little more creative.
Creative? De Silva had promised me a 10 o'clock showcase. I had to make sure I was on stage and ready for my close-up. Diga a Becker. Que vim para ele. Ah!
Ei, moço. Mano, quem é esse cara aí?
Manda tua conta, rapaz.
Vai, fudeu! Meu conta eu quero tomar no cu, pô.
Ela não desgruda dela, meu.
Ei, quem é essa cara aí?
Convidado nosso. Quebra esse otário aí.
Deixa comigo, me dá uma lição nele.
这样来讲话，其实警局里面有两派人马，一个是知道这是行动，跟不知道这是行动的人。
Ladrão, filha da puta! Atrás de inocente! Vai se fuder aqui dentro, rapaz! Vamos aqui! Eu não fiz nada! Aqui que você vai se proteger, caralho! Tá pensando o quê? Hã? Onde é que você vem? Fica aí, cara! E eu? Se fudeu, filha da puta! Otário! Vai, ô, otário! Deixa eu chegar aqui!
Ô, segura a porta aí!
Eu vi uma outra versão.
Vamos resolver aquela parada lá, hein?
Demorou. Valeu, amigo.
Hey! What are you doing here? Huh? I ask you a question!
Answer him! Answer him!
What are you doing?
What?
What are you doing here?
O que você está fazendo aqui?
What are you doing here?
I don't understand. I can't hear you.
What are you doing here?
Doing here?
Me in the ear.
Hey, answer me! What are you doing here?
这样就晕，这样就晕。
Back in the precinct after all this time. Time to find out what the hell was going on.
哎，开始战斗了。好哦，那么今天就先到这边好了。累了，好了，先这样了。好，今天就先这样了，真的累了。虽然中途也断过那个几分钟，好了，先这样，休息，拜拜。